and welcome to my Bangkok, Thailand apartment hunting video. I'm so excited to make this because, as you may or may not know, I love interior design and architecture in general. So, something I do in my spare time is look up houses and apartments because I just want to see what people's homes look like. So being able to apartment hunt is always exciting for me. And I'll be honest, I've lived in a lot of different places, yes, and I've never made an apartment hunting video. So I'm gonna walk you through the whole process of how I found a place, the prices of everything, because I think that's super interesting, and all that other stuff, because I'm trying to make this a little bit informative, especially if you're looking to move here or if you're just curious. Now, how did I find an apartment here in Bangkok? There are multiple different websites you can go to, like DD Property, Property Scout, Fazwaz, I hope I'm saying that right, along with Facebook groups. And all you do is you find one listing that you really like that's within your budget. You end up messaging that realtor. You tell the realtor everything you're looking for, and then they will start sending you properties of everything that meets your criteria and maybe some other things, but it's good to just see your options. With renting here, there are no background checks. There is no looking at bank statements. Nothing like that. You literally just do a walkthrough with the owner, sign a lease, and just pay a deposit in your first month's rent. Very straight to the point. It's not super difficult to get a place here. It's nothing like the States, guys. But here's the thing. I actually have a pet. I have a cat. That being said, if you do have a pet, it's going to be more difficult to find a place, get an appointment, all of that jazz. Everything just gets a little bit harder. I'm so sorry. But I personally had a very difficult time trying to find an apartment, first of all, and to actually get an appointment to see anything that I found. It was nearly impossible. I had reached out to many realtors and sent them maybe like 12 to 15 apartments that said they were available. And then they would say, I don't have that, but I have this. And they would send me something else in a totally different place. And that is what kept happening. I only ended up finding anything to see because eventually they would send me so many listings that I settled on seeing some of them in time. But initially, all of the units I had sent up front saying I wanted to see, I actually saw none of those. According to my friends that don't have pets, they did not have an issue seeing any apartment at all when they requested a viewing. So this is just my experience. Now, here is what I was looking for specifically when I was apartment hunting. I was looking for a 1-bedroom. And for my budget, I was trying to keep it under $1,000. Initially, I wanted an apartment that was $600, but I didn't realize having a pet would make it so much more. So $1,000 was my max. And here's the long list of everything I was looking for. I was wanting natural light, a nice city view, a balcony. I wanted something close to the train, co-working spaces, good furnishings, and a gym and pool. And I say good furnishings because these condos, you can't actually change things around when you rent them. The first place I ended up looking at was in an area called 𝚌𝚘𝚖𝚎. Today, 𝚌𝚘𝚖𝚎 is known as Bangkok's hippest and most cosmopolitan neighborhoods, blending trendy cafes, Japanese lifestyle malls, and nightlife with deep Thai culture and culinary heritage. Oh my gosh, I'm so hot. There is a 7-Eleven across the street from this place, but it's kind of like difficult to get to. I just ordered a coffee and then I'm gonna take it over to the showing. Getting to this place is super weird. There's no sidewalk to get here. It's just off the main road. It's kind of odd. I'll show you the building though. Right off the bat, I really didn't like it because they actually had no security measures inside of this building. You could just walk straight in. There was no one at the front desk, and that is not typical for condos in Bangkok. We're gonna go check out the amenities. All right, do they have a gym?
Yes, they have.
Okay. We're gonna go look at the gym. The gym was super small. This was the smallest gym I had seen. So I already wasn't a fan. They did have a nice little steam room. I love that, but I need the gym to go with it. And they had a co-working space. This was it right here. And this just wasn't comfortable for working on a computer. I love to work somewhere other than just my apartment, and I knew that this would not cut it. Nice view though, but yeah, I don't know. Not great. Super low tables. It would hurt my neck. And on top of that, it does have a 360 view on the rooftop, which all of the condos have for the most part. So this wasn't saying too much. I can't even look over. It's too scary. It's just straight down. It's terrifying. Wow. But you do get like a 360 city view up here, which is really cool. This is probably insane at nighttime. A really odd thing about this condo though is that the edge of the building did not have a safety lip, what's it called? Yeah, safety lip. I think that's what it's called. So literally right on the other side of this, it just goes straight down. And that is very, very uncommon. I've actually never seen that on any of these tall buildings before. I just thought that was super freaky. Like if you dropped your phone, it's bye-bye. I don't know. And the pool was nice, yes, but I didn't love it. You know, I was feeling the vibes and I didn't love the vibes. All right, let's check out this apartment. So this apartment cost 35,000 baht, which is approximately $1,079. It's a small 1-bedroom. You can see the living room is pretty tight. I don't really love the view being directly to another building. I think it looks awful and it's like no privacy and doesn't look great when you're sitting in the living room. Other than that though, the apartment was recently renovated, so everything was pretty spanking new, which was nice. And it did have a decent amount of storage, especially in the kitchen for cooking stuff in comparison to the place I ended up getting. But yeah, it was cute. Bathroom also new. The downside is this apartment did not get any sun. A really cool feature though is that in the bedroom, there was also a balcony. So there was 2 balconies. Another thing about these condos is that everything that you see, the setup, the furnishings, it cannot be moved. So the bed cannot be moved around. It is literally in the floor. So if you don't like the way it's set up, unfortunately, you will be stuck with it. I just didn't like the bed setup being right in the middle of the room. It takes up the entire space. And it drives me mad that they always put the biggest beds in the tiniest rooms. Like, come on, give me a smaller bed and more space. And on top of that, there was also a giant construction project going on outside the window, which was gonna have to be a no-go for me because of YouTube. Actually, I mean, you couldn't really hear it when the door was closed, but because this place did not get sun, it was a no for me. When you open the doors, it's so loud. 𝚌𝚘𝚎 is the expat hub. It's deeply influenced by large Japanese communities, and it has incredible malls, including some beautiful parks. And I love this area so much. Sections of it remind me of LA a bit, and it's definitely one of my favorite hangout spots. The place I checked out was called 𝚌𝚘𝚎 22. Pretty sure that's it. And this is a Spanish-style building, which is quite different from any sort of building that you would see here in Bangkok, because usually everything is pretty modern. So this was a 55 square meter apartment for 35,000 baht, which is $1,079. You can definitely see that this is very, very different, and it's very unique compared to the other one. This is not a copy and paste of IKEA furniture, which again is something you will typically see at all the condos. Whoever lived here really put their own little flair on it. I actually really loved this kitchen and the backsplash and the blue marble countertop, but I did not like everything else in the apartment personally. It was too dark for me. I did love the windows though, and the corner window was to die for. Again, wasn't a fan of facing that building, and this actually wasn't even the room I was trying to see. It's the one I was able to see, but the original room I looked at had a corner window that was totally exposed, and it was just a much better setup and room in general. But for some reason I wasn't able to look at that, so I looked at this one instead. It did have a really big bathroom with this shower and bathtub situation in one room, which is interesting. But something that I did notice in the kitchen was there was a roach trap. And that would not fly with me. So besides that, it did have a really nice view, a really big balcony. I mean, this view is insane. Come on now. But this room got no sun. I just can't, like, the dark interiors, no sun. I can't live in a cave, guys. This was not the apartment I was trying to view when I went to this building. For some reason, this was the only one they could get me an appointment to. Okay, let's take a look at the rest of the amenities. So I couldn't film the gym because there was a ton of people in there and I didn't want to be disrespectful, but the pool, you actually get 2 of them. The only thing that made no sense though about these rooftop pools is the fact that there's actually no hangout spots with chairs. It's just a pool, and the section that does have a chair, the chairs are in the water. You have to go into the water if you want to sunbathe.
Swim first.
Swim first and then walk over there.
Yeah.
And they did have a co-working space, but this was literally the only one in both buildings, which made no sense, and it just didn't cut it. I need an aesthetic co-working space, and this was not it. It did not pass the vibe check. 𝚌𝚘𝚎 was once an agricultural area and rural outpost, and it's now turned into a high-end hub with Michelin star dining, boutique shopping, and a vibrant nightlife. Okay, I made it safely on the bike. I looked at so many different units here, and here's the first one. They all varied in price. They all had the exact same layout. Some were bigger, some were smaller, but they all had this floor-to-ceiling storage unit from IKEA, okay? So you're gonna see this in every single unit. The only thing that changes really is the couch, the layout upstairs, and some of them were newer than others, and of course the price. So this one was actually more expensive. It did get full sun, but it had a really tiny balcony, and the curtains didn't open up fully, which you're gonna notice in almost all the units, the curtains don't open fully. I don't know why this is a thing, but I really did not like this view. But this was actually the first place I looked at where I was digging the layout. And as you can see upstairs, this layout makes no sense. Like crawling over the bed to get to this little vanity to get dressed. Like, I don't know. So weird. I don't know who designed this. It makes no sense. Bed is taking up the entire space. It's placed weird. I just wish that some of these units I could move stuff around because it would look so much better. But yeah, after I found at least one building that had a layout I actually was really liking, I just started looking at every single unit they had available. So I came back to check out whatever they had until I found something I liked. Here was another unit that I looked at, and this one, again, curtains did not open up all the way. What a miss. What an absolute miss. It's a great view. I don't know who installed these, but guys, what are you doing? Fix this. The view is definitely a lot better on this side of the building, which is really nice. And this one had a pull-out couch, which was cool, especially if I had, you know, family come visit me at some point in time. And I also liked the layout of this bedroom better. There was no storage for clothes or anything like that, but just in general, the layout of the bed was a lot nicer instead of being put sideways and blocking you from the vanity like that other room. It just, yeah. And then this is the bachelor pad room I looked at. This is such a boys' room. I hate it. Come on, all black? Really? This is just gross. I can't. I was just laughing at this so much because you can totally tell a guy designed this space and it makes it so dark. I feel like the dark in here would drive me crazy.
It's too dark, right?
It's very bachelor pad. This is so bachelor pad. This unit was a little bit bigger. It had a tile floor, which was different, and it did face a road, which I wasn't a big fan of because of noise. It was really low to the ground, so I just figured probably wasn't the best option, and I did not get literally any city view here. The bedroom upstairs had the weird situation where the bed blocked the rest of the room. I don't know why they did this. This makes no sense. This makes no sense. Just get a smaller bed. Come on. One person is gonna live here. What are we doing? What are we doing? I hated this layout. Layout was awful. Instant no. Again, I can't change anything if I move in. So that being said, this was a no for me. Apologies for the noise, but it's official. I got my apartment today and I'm moving in tomorrow. They're letting me move in tomorrow. So I'm gonna be moving out of this awesome one-bedroom apartment I'm currently in. I'm in a dungeon here. I'm in front of the only window and I'm so sorry for the audio. I can't do anything, but should I do a little tour? Okay, bed, living room, lighting so bad. Very dungeon vibes, okay? And then we got the kitchen. It's a blue fridge. Huge bathroom. This window faces a wall. So this is where I've been staying for the last 4 days. I'm happy I will be gone tomorrow. We got a place so quickly. I haven't even been here 5 days and I already got a place.
Are you excited? You're gonna go to your home. She's getting a new home with a really nice view. I hope you love it as much as me, Tootie.
The biggest. Get around town. I'll see you at my apartment. Oh my gosh, we're here. How you doing? I live here now. After the hunt, this is the room I ended up choosing. So I finally found one that actually didn't have the white IKEA furniture. I thought when I saw the wood tones, I was like, this is perfect. It's warm, it's cozy, it gets rid of that sterile feeling, and I have a library. Oh my gosh, they're not even real books? Shut up, they're fake? I thought they were real. Shut up. I was so happy with this. It was very aesthetic. I couldn't have imagined a more aesthetic apartment than this. And it checked all of my boxes for the most part, except a few, which I'll tell you in a second. But yeah, it was designed pretty well. I will say it does have a king size bed, which takes up the entire top floor. And that's annoying, but nothing I can do. At least the curtains open up all the way, letting in some great light. It does have a nice bit of storage right at the entrance of the door for my 2 suitcases. And it was decently renovated. Like, everything looked pretty nice. And I was really happy with it. It checked all the boxes except one, guys. It did not get sun. It was either I sacrifice the sun for the city view that I want and the apartment I want, or I sacrifice the apartment I want for a view I don't want to have sun. And I decided I'm gonna sacrifice the sun. So this condo was initially 34,000 baht, which is around 1,039 US dollars. And I ended up negotiating down to 31,000, which is $947. And if you're wondering what it ends up costing me with all of my utilities, it ends up being around $1,020 total, which is literally insane. Yeah, so that's everything for this video, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Bye. I live here. I live here. Tootie lives here.